Hello everyone and Happy New Year! I'm really happy to see that the channel has grown a bit over the past few months. So thanks a lot for the support. In my last video I showed how I built my DMX LED setup. It's been a while since then and quite a lot has happened. So I wanted to give you a quick project update. Originally, the plan was to build one massive LED screen, using all 8000 pixels. To test the idea, I started with a wooden prototype. I built a frame with a 25 by 25 grid and used styrofoam inside the frame to hold the LEDs in place. And that worked in theory, but in practice, not so much. Drilling the holes into the styrofoam completely destroyed it, because it's just way too brittle. So back to the drawing board. Next, I looked into getting an aluminum panel made with a local CNC milling service. That would have been perfect, but the material would have cost around 1000 euros. Yeah, and that's not an option. After that, I visited the Rapid Tech 3D exhibition in Erfurt, which is all about 3D printing. I learned a lot about what's possible with 3D printing, and the people there were super open to my idea of printing a custom LED panel. I set out a couple of requests. One to a provider in northern Italy and one in Leipzig. But in the end, I never heard back from either one of them. That whole phase was pretty frustrating. Most ideas were either too expensive or communication just stopped after some initial interest. At some point I realized I was overcomplicating things. I could still build something cool without spending a ton of money. So I came up with a new plan. The plan is take an old tube TV, gut it, and build my own LED grid inside the original housing. And that's exactly what I did. I took the TV apart, cut thin wooden strips with a jigsaw and mounted one strip on the top and one strip at the bottom of the screen. Then I used some custom fastening strips I ordered online to create the grid. After that, I placed the LEDs into the grid, line by line, and closed everything back up. For the glass in front, I used acrylic glass from an old model-making display case. I still had the protective film on it, and I actually decided to leave it on because it gives the screen a really nice blurred look. On the touch designer side, the setup is pretty straightforward. I built a component that takes a video input, slices it line by line, and turns it into a long pixel strip. Everything here is done using tops. The video signal comes in, a crop top isolates a single line, and a fit top scales it down to one row of pixels. I then shift that line in X until it lines up correctly. That process gets repeated for every row of the LED grid. And because the LEDs are wired in a zigzag pattern, every second line gets flipped using a transform top. In the end, all the lines are merged together with a composite top set to over. To test the mapping, I used a simple rectangle top, set to pixel mode, with a resolution of 300 by 1. Then I just animated the X position to step through each pixel. Altogether, I have built 4 of these tube TVs so far. I've already been using them for audio reactive lighting with the sound system I am working with, and from here there are a lot of ways to expand the setup. If you got something out of this video, feel free to leave a like and subscribe to this channel. And if you have any questions, just drop them in the comments. Thanks for watching. I see you in the next one.